Welcome to our food forest. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys doing wonderful. All right, guys, today we're gonna walk through and talk about the pumpkin. Today what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna show you how I'm controlling the vines of the pumpkin. How to control the pumpkin vines. This is a pumpkin patch growing up here, and pumpkin spreads its branch itself off in different directions. Sometimes you're gonna see one limb push off, one line push off, two different line, and they both pushing themselves in different direction. Now you have to come and you got to make sure you take the line and you put them back where you want them to be, because sometimes if you don't be careful, you will catch a line pushing itself going over into your garden, and that's not where you want it. So you have to come and you have to maintain the line. I'm going to show you an example right here. This is an example. This is as an example. You see where this one coming from over here, and look where it pushing itself. It pushing itself over to the next side where I don't want it. As you see, we see pumpkin coming up down there, which is good. Now I got to take this back and I got to put it back over there. I got to put it back over there. So you have to maintain them. And if you notice, I'm doing a pretty fine job maintaining them, because if you notice, they're running in one direction. I'm also going to show you what is going on up here as well. Even up here, this one was pushing itself going over there, and I had was to pull it back and direct it going up this side, which you already see happening already. Okay, so all right, we see our next pumpkin doing really well there. But anyhow, it's about controlling. So now I bring them from down there and I push them come up here. And now, if you notice, I'm carrying them around in this area here now. So now, if you notice these, I'm pushing them. So now they're gonna go around in this area, which you see coming all around here. So basically, what I'm actually doing, I'm gonna push them over there. So like how you see they're running, I'm gonna push them over there. So my thing now is controlling the vines. All right, let me go over here and show you a little more. So okay, this is one of the vines here that pushing itself from over there coming this way. So now I'm gonna bring it and I'm gonna carry it this way, push it and push it out there. If you notice, this is the next one right here that I'm also controlling. Now this one, if you notice what happening, it pushing itself out there, it also pushing itself here, right? So now this is one the limb here. It was going up in the tree. It was actually going up in the tree, so I had also take it down from going up in the tree and direct it around here. So basically I'm gonna take this and put it into a circle. Now this is the next one that comes from there. Now if you notice how it coming going back into the garden. Now I have to take up this and direct it where I want it to go, which might be over there, or I can send it down there. But this is what you got to be doing, because this is the next one. So I'm bringing it. You see what I'm doing? I'm taking it and I'm pushing it there. It's already look like it want to push out a pumpkin, but that one I'm hoping for it to get pollinate, right? This again, this is the next one. If you leave it, it's gonna pull itself, go where it wants. So now I have to take it, bring it and send it in the same direction over there. So this is where it's gonna be going. I don't want it to go back into the garden. No, cheese you. Look where this one reach. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you something with pumpkin. When they're going up in a tree, they're very fast. They run faster going up in a tree than on the ground. Now, this is my peach tree here. Look how far up there it gone. My goodness, it don't even make sense I take it down. I'm gonna just leave it. It don't even make sense I try to take it down because it unwrap itself going right up in the peach tree. But the peach, we don't need it till next year, so that's okay. But basically, guys, what I'm saying is controlling the pumpkin vines is very, very important. Very, very important. If I wasn't active in this garden, my garden would have full of pumpkin vines. It would have choked up all the plants them. But because I'm active and I'm always looking and observing and realizing I have to be the one training these vines to go where I want them to go and not where they want to go. Okay? When you come over here again, this one, I'm going to show you this one. This one was pushing itself in the garden this morning. I had was to pull it back. Yes, right under here. This line here, oh, look a nice pumpkin there. Okay, all right. You see it, guys? All right. That one look like a squash. Yeah, this one push itself under here, which it was going and push itself up in the garden. So now I have to train them. So basically, it's a job that you just have to do. You cannot just allow them to grow because they will take over your food forest. They run like wildfire. Okay, I don't mind they running, but I don't want they will run in your garden and they will choke up everything you have going on in the garden. Let me show you what this one is doing down here. These headers is getting ready. We in August. 2 more months and these headers is ready for harvest. In 2 months. Okay, now we have a pumpkin down here. This is one we have here and it's running all through the headers there. Let me show you. Right, look exactly. Look on the vines here. It's running all through the headers them. So I got to push it back there and try to control them. You see? Look at here again. This is the same pumpkin coming up here again. I want to push it out of the garden. So if I push it out of the garden, it's easier for me to see them and control them, because sometimes if you don't do that, what happens is you might be walking through and you end up walking on them. No, this is the same pumpkin that comes from where I now show you over there, and this is where I bring it out here. And now what happening now, I'm gonna send it up there and connect to this one up here. Also, look, the same pumpkin that you now see, I'm showing you down there. This is the same pumpkin coming from over there, pushing itself out here through the headers. Now I have to divorce it and just push them up here. So growing pumpkin, you definitely need space. This is important, you need space. If you have a little space and you're growing pumpkin, you have to make sure you're active. You got to make sure you always around to make sure that you're able to divorce the leaf, because guess what? They grow very fast. They grow pretty fast. So I just want to give you ideas about how to train your pumpkin vines successfully. Okay? Because what I'm doing here, I think I'm doing a pretty good job, because everything is running in a uniform way. All right? They run up down there, come up here, find themselves, and they start turning to go over there. And then this one here, we taking this one and push it out there. So basically, we actually doing a good job so far. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy. Peace, love, and blessing to all.